What does it mean to be a father?
Everything.
Do you want to look over those shelves?
Yeah, I'll go over here and then we'll gather everything on the table up there.
Okay, that sounds good.
A research study at the University of North Carolina looked at dozens of children's stories about Black families and found about half of them made no mention of a father figure.
There's no dad. And this looks like a fairly recent book.
And didn't even show a picture of a Black dad.
You really just don't see a presence of African American men in these stories unless the whole book is about that.
About them.
I don't see Black men being seen. I see caricatures. I see stereotypes.
In contrast, a CDC study of about 4,000 American fathers found most Black fathers live with their kids, and they're more likely to have bathed, dressed, and diapered their children than white or Hispanic dads. And a larger percentage of Black fathers help their children with homework.
This is just such a great opportunity to meet y'all.
For months, we followed Mike and his daughter, and John and his sons. Through John, we met Leo and his little girl. 3 single Black fathers, fighting stereotypes, they say, and redefining their roles as fathers.
You get people who say things like, you ain't doing anything special. You ain't doing nothing different from what women have been doing since the beginning of time. And when I thought about that, I realized that actually I am doing something different. So I'm wondering for the two of you, just in your journey as fathers, have you encountered situations to where you have to look within yourself?
I had to kill my old self and become a new self just to be able to raise my daughter the right way. You know, if I was who I was before I had her, this would be a completely different situation right now.
When Danielle was born, I did have to have a real chat with myself about the things that I was going to allow to repeat. You know, there's just little things that I had to teach myself, and then also YouTube. Also, you know,
hey, DIY. Right?
Yeah, you know, DIY. You know, one of the greatest things is really understanding what you don't know, especially when you're a dad.
We need to have positive examples of Black men doing positive things to let brothers know that not only is it possible, but to also encourage.
So we still have little boys growing up to be this because they ain't got their dad. We still got little girls growing up to be this because they ain't got their dad. And I'm in a prime position right now to be there for my daughter, and that is the obligation.
What is your one major goal as a father? I'll say for me, the work that I do, my sons are so much a part of that, especially as a single parent. So I'm taking them to city council meetings. And at first people are like, why are you bringing your kids here? It's like, I don't have a choice, I don't have a sitter. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then after a while, right?
Right, I ain't got no choice.
I don't have a choice, right?
Man, I just want my daughter to be a powerful woman, self-sufficient. You know, I want her to be everything that she wants to be.
Well, by the time Danielle's older, I'm definitely going to want to enjoy my privacy. So
Like, look.
That's if I don't have other kids. I'm a max out at 3, you know, but I got to get married first. I'm not going through this again, I can tell you that.
After being rejected from homeless shelters, Mike says he and Danny just moved into a 1-bedroom apartment.
That'll be Danielle and my first home since, you know, this whole crucible began.
For John, being denied from housing again and again because of his criminal record turned him into a housing advocate. That's Josiah looking at his father right after John helped pass an Oakland ordinance removing housing barriers for people with criminal histories. John and his sons were also able to move out of that basement they were living in and into a proper home.
You have to do 30 minutes a day.
30 minutes.
You're doing great.
Brandon's building a new life too.
And I'm thinking, like, you know, what do I tell my son are my biggest regrets? You know, like, look, dude, we were in a homeless shelter for 2 years. You know why we were there? Because of these mistakes that I made.
After 19 months of living in a homeless shelter, a rental property heard Brandon's story and agreed to take a chance on him.
In the 8 months that we've been following these single fathers, we've exposed policies that keep single dads out of homeless shelters. We got the city of Vallejo to totally change one of their housing programs, letting go of a consultant and denouncing training documents we found that compare criminals to weeds. And we exposed a child care crisis. that caused millions of families to fall through the cracks.
And we met a lot of fathers who are still back where Brandon, Mike, and John were not long ago, struggling with homelessness and poverty while parenting.
What do you think needs to change or happen so single fathers like you feel seen?
It starts with understanding that we exist, the reality of that, and understanding how our systems work, in most cases don't work for our benefit. And that's where it has to start. It starts with conversations like this.
You are my everything.
I enjoy every single moment that we're together because she's like my little best friend at this point.
Daddy loves you.
You know, she looks for me. She looks to me, and I do the same for her. I look for her. I look toward her and stuff like that. So, you know, if she's not having a good day, then I'm not having a good day. So it's just like, and she's just my baby, you know? Hi, baby.